Hello and welcome back to Final Fantasy Tactics. It is time for us to finally get to Zeltennia Castle. Home to Duke Goltanna, Liege Lord of Zeltennia, this castle was further reinforced during the 50 Years' War. Not a battle.
A heretic at prayer in a church. Passing bold, Ramza.
I did think that was a little bit, odd. Even if Ramza is a devout, follower of the gods and the church, is a little odd to come and pray at church. Although it's the last place you would expect, right? Last place you'd expect to find them.
Delita, I'm glad to see you well. As you say, I am a wanted man, so I shall ask it plain. Why has the High Confessor planted you amongst Goltanna's men?
You took the risk to come to Zeltennia simply to ask me that. Very well. I see no harm in telling you of my mission. The Black Lion, Duke Goltanna, and his foremost commander, Count Orlando. I am to assassinate them.
What? Okay. I mean, I guess it makes sense. I just didn't see that as a job that Delita would want.
What?
Keep your voice down. Now, listen well. Groups such as the Corpse Brigade, ill-contented with the crown and the nobility, are in no short supply. The church merely fans rebellion's flame. The people tire of war, and their disdain for the crown waxes with each passing day. Of course, Goltanna and Larg want to put down the rebellions at home, but they lack the troops to do so. To break the impasse, they seek to bring an end to the conflict, once and for all.
Then the church was behind these months of unrest. And even as we speak, the armies of both lions amass at Besselat. All proceeds precisely as you and yours have planned.
Yes. And it will not end as either lion hopes. Larg and Goltanna will meet their deaths once battle has begun. Yet cut off one head and two more spring forth. So naturally their closest allies must die with them. Of the southern sky, Count Orlando, and of the northern, Lord Zalbarg, and Larg's right hand, Count Deisdarg. Your brothers. With the leaders of each army gone, the fighting will cease, and those who remain will have no choice but to embrace the peace we offer.
Another thought for Delita is I wonder whether he already has a stone, and whether this is Delita or whether this is another situation where it's actually a Lucavi or similar.
A peace? Or surrender on the church's terms?
The people will proffer to the church the role of mediator with hands upraised, as will all the battle-weary soldiers. Moreover, the church will have the Zodiac Braves.
Exactly.
Formed anew, they will serve as the High Confessor's loyal swords. A legend reborn to captivate the masses.
The Zodiac Braves reborn.
Of course, one thing yet stands between the church and the Oracite. The heretic, Ramza Beoulve.
Is that it? You've come to fetch the stones? How much do you know of their secret?
I've no interest in dusty old relics. There are any number of ways to capture the hearts of the people. Besides, I am no hound heeling at the church's skirts. I answer to no one but myself.
Well, that answers the question I just had then. So we're back on the Delita has another plan and he's merely using the church.
Meaning what?
Meaning I would not think twice of killing you, Ramza, should the hour come.
Oh.
But not this day. Though our methods be different, our goals are not. As long as they remain so, you are no enemy of mine.
So though we're in direct opposition to the church and Delita is working with the church, our goals are aligned.
Delita, you could come with me.
I cannot join you. She needs me. Far too much to leave her now.
Ovelia.
One army has crowned a king, and the other a queen. But only one will rule, the one who outlives the other. The Church itself favors neither, for what it desires is a pliant puppet whose strings the High Confessor will hold. And happily for them, both Orinus and Avelia are well suited to the role. It matters not who prevails.
And you? Do you not use Avelia to fulfill your own ambitions?
Use her? That I cannot say. But of one thing I am certain.
And that is?
To save her life, I would gladly give my own.
Delita.
You must think this strange.
It does seem like you have an unusually strong connection to Avelia, given that we started the game with you kidnapping her.
No. I understand only too well.
I address the heretic Ramza Beoulve. You are besieged. You will surrender yourself up to us at once.
I know that voice. Confessor Zalmor.
Outlying church. It tricked us. It made it look like it wasn't going to be a fight. Now this is interesting. What's Delita going to do in the fight? Is he going to join us? Well, I'm definitely thinking that Ramza's going to move, like, here, at least. This seems like an Agrius situation. Francis. Thomasine.
Yes, of course.
And maybe one in the corner here. Is this a Matthew? This may be Mustadio. I do wonder whether there's a Rafa or like angle here to bring her in just to like, I don't know, see if there's a voice line or Mustadio. I don't think there's gonna be anything from either of them. I think we should just bring Matthew. Yeah.
Ready as ever.
To battle!
You! You are Delita Hyrule of the Black Ram Knights! What are you doing in the presence of a known heretic?
You see me. You must not live to tell of it.
Oh.
In this at least, Ramza, it seems we must fight side by side.
Haha, he's back.
Wait, Delita. They are no more than pawns in this game. They know nothing of the plot or the secret of the Aura Site. They simply carry out their orders. If we explain what has happened, they may well listen. We might avoid needless bloodshed.
Hear your words, Ramza. These men shut their eyes to the injustice in the world and kill merely to preserve the Church's virtue. Reasoning with their ilk is futile. Even you must see this. But very well. If you wish to throw yourself upon their mercy, I shall not stop you.
Defeat Zalmor.
Justice will be served.
I mean, obviously the challenge here is getting up to the top. If you had somebody who had higher jump, though, you can suddenly make this
over with.
much, much easier for yourself.
Prepare yourself.
Okay, that was good.
I must
Ramza?
concentrate.
Can you kill? No, so actually I think your best move is to weirdly shout
I must do all I can.
and just power up. Because if you could kill, great, but he's already stopped, he's already out of the combat, you might as well power up for the next enemy. Ooh, you're going to try and disable Francis and presumably Thomasine as well.
Let me see.
Okay. Oh no, you're going for Thomasine. Okay, so I see. So ideally we want to disable them
ready.
first.
Right.
Agrius, over here. And we'll have a Hallowed Bolt, I think.
Have at you!
Nice. Gil Sap, you stole 83 gil.
Newfound strength.
You piece of garbage. Okay. Francis, take this opportunity to move. Elevation has got to be our first thing to check, right? Well, that's not going to work. Well, it's not going to be elevation because it... Oh, actually, that would hit that one. 5. Okay, so 5 elevation. That's fine. Level. Multiple of 4. Yeah, it's not going to work. Multiple of 3. Not going to work. Okay, and then prime. Yeah, not going to work. CT. That hits Agrius, unfortunately, and it's prime, which is means we're not going to get who we want. Okay, question. Right, so that's prime. And a multiple of 5. I just want to point out that a prime number it cannot be a multiple of 5. This is not working correctly. What is their CT? Come on, let's see what the number is. Oh wait, is it 0? If it's 0, maybe. Is 5? Well, actually, you know what? You got me. 5 is a prime number and a multiple of 5. Well done. You got me. Okay. Nothing there. And XP. It's Delita. Multiple of 4 hits us. Multiple of 5 only hits us. I could do a reflect, I suppose. That's the other option. You can't do reflect because you don't have reflect. Ah, well. What was it? Elevation multiple of 4? Let's have a look here. Well, elevation multiple of 5? Yes, elevation multiple of 5. Disable. Nice. So that's 1 not casting. So, what's your CT? CT still 5, huh? And Agrius's is still 5 as well, because a clock tick won't have happened. Okay, well, now I'm just after that guy. What's your XP? Your XP is 89. Multiple of 3? Would hit herself, but that's okay. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna cast Reflect. Well, never mind. CT is 5. I could cast Reflect there. What level are you? Level 33, which is definitely a multiple of 3. Wait, was I looking at the wrong one? Was I looking for XP multiple of 3? Yeah, no, so it must be Prime? It's Prime. Okay. And you're casting on him. Alright, Reflect. I think that will work. Nice. I think that actually will work.
No turning back.
Assuming I got the right person. You don't have enough jump to get where I need you to go. Go here. Tanglevine. Never mind. Yeah. Go here and, like, I don't know, chill. Hey, you didn't do anything. That's fine. You're removing status ailments, so you've undisabled. That's fine. Zalmor's level went up. Okay. Attack. Perfect. That's what I like to see.
Aside.
That's why I powered him up. Hello, Bolt. You almost killed him. Okay. Elevation multiple of 5? Yeah, we could do something here. Could cast a silence on you. Parried? Oh, okay. And then move away from the edge so that you're not in range. Matthew. Just grab that kill while you're here. Okay. Fire, huh? Okay. Get up here. Hollow Bolt has a chance of inflicting silence. Did not, but it's worth a try. Move around the corner. Actually, you don't need to move anymore. You're fine. Okay, elevation prime. Nope. Okay, not elevation then. XP. Nope. Level is a multiple of 3. Yeah, that's awkward. Who are you targeting it on again? Oh, those two. Yeah. Okay. Is there anything about these two that matches? Level 31, 35. XP is 41 and 80. CT is 23 and 48. So no would be the answer there. Okay, what else can we learn about this guy? Oh, it tells you the height in the top right. All right, yeah. So that'd be the prime. Yeah, so that's not going to work. CT is a multiple of 3. Because it's 3. Okay, CT is also prime. Yeah, that's even more people. What's his level again? His level's 33. Yeah, that's not going to help us. I don't think I have a way of hitting that guy individually. Okay. So let's go CT multiple of 3. Oh, is it CT prime? Yeah, no, I don't think that's right either. Could do multiple of 3. Wait, CT multiple of 3. Gonna hit them. Okay, maybe I just target someone else entirely. Yeah, like that one at the back. Let's try and, I don't know. Maybe hit slow on that one. Let's do something entirely different. They're still useful. And then wait. Okay. We got a cloak evasion. That's fine. I was worrying way too much about that. What's this guy doing? He's using a rise. Oh. Well, screw you. Okay. Shout. Cool. Ramza continues to power up. There's another Hollow Bolt. That one's dead. Elevation multiple of 5? Elevation prime is still messed up, huh? Yeah. A little bit. Okay. Tell me more about you, High Confessor. Also, what do you have on you? Nothing in particular. Okay. That's fine. CT is multiple of 4 and 5, as is Francis's, unfortunately. XP is 0, which is a prime. Yeah, it's also a multiple of everything. So let's maybe do XP. Okay, I would argue that 0 is a prime number, but I guess not. Is that a multiple of 5? Okay, well, it is a multiple of 5. Okay, fine, whatever. So he's immune to that. Level is 36, which is a multiple of 3, but I don't think that's what I'm gonna. That's not gonna make me happy using that one. Yeah. Yeah, 36 is also a multiple of 4. Yes, I think if I cast Silence like this, that'll work for me. Nice. As I don't really care if she's... Well, maybe I do care if she's silenced, but I don't care as much.
Victory awaits.
Okay. I'm just seeing where I can cast that. So I wonder, yeah, you probably want to, I was wondering if I move in here, whether you can cast it through the wall. Like a, lich or something over here. Yeah, okay. Do that. Get up here. And let's cast one of these. Contortion. Nice. Silenced. Runs to try and get out of the range of Lich, which he does. I don't know what you can do. What can you do on your turn? You still use Holy Sword? Yep. Alright then. Nice.
My turn.
Ramza. Kill. Nice. It's only a 41% chance of hitting, but they killed. Lich. Incredibly cool. Oh, it still hit as well. Oh, nice. Hey,
Right
summon
then.
5 different espers in battle. Achievement unlocked.
Commander Hyra, you realize what it is you do? This man is a notorious heretic, marked to be punished for his heinous deeds against the Church. That you should abet this evildoer is utterly indefensible. You will most assuredly share his fate.
My choice is made. If it means I must slay each and every one of you, so be it.
You should tremble with fear to mock the heavens so. To slay a man of the cloth is to wound this fair land's peace and turn your back on the natural order the Father has bestowed on us.
Wound the peace? Surely you jest. You hide behind this peace only as it suits you. You invoke the name of the Father to subjugate the weak. This peace you hail is a vile farce. Men such as you profane the gods to speak their names.
Alright. Go Delita. Okay, elevation is a multiple of 3. Let's see. That actually works. My god. Okay, I don't know. Thundaga. Hey, I did some damage. Okay. Oh, thank you so much for moving. I do appreciate it so much. Elevation is a multiple of 4? Nope. Elevation is a multiple of 5. Multiple of 4 might be okay if I'm aiming to hit. Prime? Prime works. Oh, but only works if you can move to somewhere that isn't. Yeah, on this one. Okay. Summon. Can I summon through the wall and hit you? Nope. XP is prime. That hits 2 of ours. Okay. You two, you are getting a fantastic shell cast on you. There we go. Okay. Get up here. I was thinking just attack, but wow, that doesn't do a lot of damage, huh? Okay, run here. Contortion. Okay.
Hear me, Confessor. You are being kept in the dark. If you would but listen, I will lay bare to you the evil conspiracy that threatens us all.
Conspiracy, you say? I take this to mean you would contest your charges, for all the good it does you now. Our Holy Office offered you a forum in which to clear your name, to absolve yourself of the charges of murder and Orosite theft. But you discarded this chance like so much night soil. You fled, and in so doing proved your guilt. You have been tried and found guilty. Your only absolution now is in death. The hour of your plea comes too late.
Then you force my hand. Come on.
All right. Kill.
Delita, why do you fight? Why walk this path of subterfuge and conflict?
You speak as if your own hands were not stained with blood. Like me, you cut down those who bar your way. We are of a kind, you and I.
There is a point it goes beyond necessity.
Still, you do not understand, Agrius. The few that hoard power use it to trample the masses. I seek only to break this wheel of oppression.
If you fight for justice, then surely the how of it matters. Surely there is a better way.
Justice, such is naught but a delusion. Reality is cruel, as your own struggles ought to have taught you. Ideals alone will not bring about change. If we desire revolution, we must seize power, and not fear to wield it.
Alright. I'm thinking Divine Ruination. That does almost nothing to this guy. Wow. And given that he's silenced, I think I'm going to stand back. Well, if I do this here, does that actually... No. If I go 1 square forwards, don't auto-battle. Hallowed Bolt here. There we go. I don't know why he's so tanky, but anyway, also he wasn't as tanky as it said he would be.
Come now, Agrius. You need not shy from the question you truly wish to ask me.
Lady Ophelia. She is safe.
You long to see her. 'Tis plain you'd rather be at her side than Ramza's. Alas, you have been branded heretics, wanted for the murder of Cardinal Delacroix amongst a host of other charges. Such as you have no place with the future ruler of the kingdom, and thus did you choose your course. If the Church pulls the strings of this war, by exposing its deception, would you best serve your princess?
Answer my question.
As I already told Ramza, you needn't worry about her. She is safe, even without you. She is aware of her role as Duke Goltanna's rallying banner and duteously fulfills it. This she does not only for the kingdom, but for herself. She has made her peace with her part. Besides, she has me. You may not trust me, but you can at least trust she who does.
I struggle to imagine my lady would place her faith in your like. But if Ramza trusts you, then so shall I.
Interesting conversation between those two, given that he is effectively fulfilling the role that she used to, with the same class that she used to.
My time is now.
That's okay,
I must
Francis.
concentrate.
You can chill. I was wondering if I want to farm it, but I think that Delita's good. Oh. Do I want to go round in for another loop to see if there's any more dialogue? I was going to say I think Delita's going to kill him anyway. But you know what? Sure, let's go round for another loop for more dialogue. Yeah. Ooh, okay. You should go pick that up. Throw katana. Sure. Definitely gonna use that ability. Okay, I don't think there's any more dialogue, but I will give Delita one more chance to speak.
Come on.
Ramza, keep shouting at him. Okay. Nothing more from Delita, and that's the end of Zalmor.
Farewell, oh merciful father. How can this be? Great Father, strike down these sinners, that they may feel your wrath.
The enemy is vanquished. Victory is yours.
Where will you go now, Ramza?
2 errands brought me to Zeltennia. The first was to meet with you. The second is to speak with Count Orlando.
The Thunder God? For what purpose?
I mean to enlist his aid in exposing the Church's intrigues.
Which is not going to please Delita, given that he's got a goal to assassinate him.
How?
I have powerful evidence of the Church's misdeeds, of the truth they have long kept secret.
The scriptures of Germanique.
I spoke with the Count's adopted son, Oren, not long past. He pledged their aid should I bring hard proof against the Church. Oren was certain that his father, at least, would withdraw his troops and play no further part in the conflict.
Is that so? It's all right. She's with me.
Okay.
Malonde has provided several others to help me carry out my task. She is but one.
Help you? I was sent to keep watch on you.
And a fine job you're doing of it. She knows everything. My plans, all of it. Like me, she works for the Church, but shares not the fanatical fervor of the Knights Templar. And like you, she longs to restore peace to Ivalice, even should your paths differ. Anything you can say to me, you can say to her.
You're the youngest son of House Beoulve. Ramza, am I right? Childhood friend to Delita, and nefarious heretic.
I am wondering whether I've misread Delita's thing and whether it's simply that he is with the Church but not on the Knights Templar Lucavi plan. But I get the feeling there's more.
My name is Valmafra Lenand. A pleasure.
Okay.
I take it you did not come for idle chat.
I've received word. The northern sky moves.
They make for Besselat.
Count Orlando himself has departed for the same only just now. As anticipated, Duke Goltanna will also strike forth, and with your Black Ram Knights, no less.
I'm afraid it's too late, Ramza. We cannot stop the two armies from joining battle now.
No, I won't give up yet. I can still convince the Count to avoid this needless bloodshed.
I might have known you'd say that. Then our paths part once again.
Be safe, Delita.
And you, Ramza.
You mean to let him go?
He acts as I expected he would.
Even your friends are only pieces to be played.
Mind your words. You know not what you say.
Such outbursts ill become you.
Haven't you somewhere else to be?
Oh. And that'll be Fort Besselat, I would assume. Okay. New errands available! Oh, wow! Okay, so we might use next episode as an opportunity to do the errand stuff that we need to do. Right. Let's do it in this order. So that we can see events, because no doubt there'll be a movie.
The records here paint a vivid picture of this tumultuous era.
So everyone's heading to Besselat, followed by absolutely everyone's heading to Besselat, and Ramza's heading to Besselat too. Things are going crazy. Okay.
By all means, a deeper understanding may lead to fresh discoveries.
Well, there's going to be an X person in here. It's one where it just says was rather than is. Yep. Okay. However, when he leveled such accusations at Ramza, he was slain as he attempted to enforce his ruling. Cool. And then we have Valmafra Lenand. Once Delita had infiltrated Duke Goltanna's army, this young mage was sent by the Church to assist him, but like Delita, her faith in the Church is superficial at best. She simply feigns loyalty to pursue her own ambitions. Delita has a great deal of trust in her, however, and they often work together. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I don't think we have anywhere new here, right? Nope. And terms don't matter.
Welcome.
Alright.
Here we
Movie?
learn more of
Yeah,
the
you knew
moments
movie was coming in
history.
here. Delita's will. Ramza travelled to a church in Zeltennia to meet Delita, the main character, who willingly received the High Confessor's plan to assassinate both Duke Larg and Duke Goltanna in their bid to give the church absolute power over the realm. Ramza inquired of Delita's true intentions, whereupon he denied his loyalty to the church and expressed his feelings for Ivalice. Let's go.
A heretic at prayer in a church. Passing bold, Ramza.
I shall ask it plain, Delita. Why has the High Confessor planted you amongst Goltanna's men?
I see no harm in telling you. My orders are to assassinate Duke Goltanna and Count Orlando both. Groups such as the Corpse Brigade, ill-contented with the crown and the nobility, are in no short supply. The Church merely fans rebellion's flame. The people tire of war, and their disdain for the crown waxes, intensifying with each passing day. Of course, Goltanna and Larg want to put down the rebellions at home. Alas, they lack the troops to do so. They have but one recourse. To break the impasse, they seek to bring an end to the conflict once and for all. Even as we speak, their armies mass at Fort Besselat to that purpose.
Then these months of rebellion and unrest, all of it is by the High Confessor's design.
Yes, and it will not end as either lion hopes. For once the battle begins, Larg and Goltanna, the lions white and black, will be assassinated by persons unknown. Naturally, their closest allies must die with them. Count Orlando of the Order of the Southern Sky, Zalbarg of the Northern, and of course Count Dicedug. With their leaders gone, the fighting will cease, and they will have no choice but to embrace the peace we offer.
A peace? Or surrender on the Church's terms?
The people will proffer to the Church the role of mediator with hands upraised. Moreover, the Church will have the Zodiac Braves.
But there's the rub.
One thing stands between the Church and the Orosite. The heretic, Ramza Beoulve.
So then, you've come to fetch the Zodiac Stones for your masters.
I am no hound of the Church. I answer to nobody but myself.
Meaning what?
Meaning, I would not think twice of killing you should the hour come. Yet, though our methods be different, our goals are not. As long as they remain so, you are no enemy of mine.
Delita. You could come with me.
I cannot join you. She needs me. Far too much to leave her now.
Avelia?
As long as it has a pliant figurehead. The Church cares not whether it is the king or the queen who prevails. Power through a puppet state. That is the High Confessor's grand plan.
And you? Do you not use Avelia to fulfill your own ambitions?
I cannot say. But this I know. To save her life, I would gladly give my own. You think this strange?
No. I understand only too well.
I address the heretic Ramza Beoulve. You are besieged. You will surrender yourself up to us at once.
I know that voice. Confessor Zalmor.
Ramza, you will not fall this day.
Okay, so we got a little bit more of an emotional scene from Delita there. I was also thinking
What
that
did these people think?
in
What
this
compelled
story,
them?
I feel like Delita's story is so much more interesting to me than Ramza's. But I was also thinking like, okay, so what if they made the game around Delita? And I was thinking, I don't think that would work. I think Ramza being kind of a neutral, like good hero type character is needed to keep the story moving on this one, at least in terms of the style of game this is. But yeah, Delita works really well as like a secondary character who's not an antagonist, but is simply just, I don't know the right word for it, but someone moving, who's just keeping the story moving, as it would like, and has their own like side plot. I think it's intriguing. Anyway, I was also wondering as well, actually, with that as well, would the story work just as well if the Lucavi weren't in it, right? Let's say that the Lucavi was merely people saying that they were corrupted and they were taken over, but it was actually all the people's actions, and you had to decide whether it was or wasn't. Like, would that still work as well, as in having Lucavi merely be a like force that you can't necessarily prove? I don't know. Be interesting. Because, I mean, the thing is, when there are literal demons, it really changes the dynamic quite a lot. From like, well, who's good, who's evil, there's all shades of grey, to, no, these guys are literally working with demons. It's like, there's no, shades of grey there. It's like, demon worshippers, non-demon worshippers. It becomes very easy. But anyway. Confessor Zalmor and his forces had surrounded the church where Ramza and Delita held their secret liaison. Upon exiting, Ramza attempted to explain to Zalmor that his superiors had hidden the truth of the Aura Site and sought only to use them. Zalmor, however, was of no mind to listen. A woman approached Delita and Ramza after they had defeated Confessor Zalmor. Her name was Valmafra, a young mage dispatched by the church along with Delita, and the two appeared to share a degree of mutual trust. She informed him that the Order of the Northern Sky had begun its advance to enforce Beslat. Ramza immediately started out for Beslat to meet with Count Orlando, for this was his only hope of preventing a major clash between the warring factions.
Let us speak on this again.
Right,
What is it?
Ramza. This is your last thing then. You have now mastered Samurai, which leaves us in an interesting spot for what we do with him, because his metal is so good as a secondary. This might be where Ramza ends up. Like, this could be his end spot. Yeah, I mean, he has a lot of the stuff to get to this class here, because he's gaining these experiences he's gaining experience in these classes while other people are leveling them up. So he's gaining Chemist because he was in fights with people who had the Chemist one in Mustadio, and Gallant Knight he's gaining for himself. He was in when people were getting Dragoon experience, so he's not that far away from getting this, especially with Matthew and Agrius giving him Geomancer experience right now. But beyond that, I think this might be where he ends up. I don't know. We'll see. I'll need to go and have a look and see if that's terrible. I'm trying to think how I'd even look that up. I guess I would just say, like, is Samurai a good end game class to end in, or something like that, and see what comes up.
Yes.
But for now, I think it is. Here, I just need to pick two things, so... Oh, I don't know. Brick, that sounds good. That'll do. Okay. Next, Francis.
I am here.
He doesn't have any Mystic stuff. He didn't get a ton of XP in that one.
You have my attention.
You got some Summoner XP. You have enough for Stealth, which is Silence on distant enemies, or Carbuncle, which is Reflect. I think Reflect is good to have separately from having it as your, as the Arithmetician one.
What is it?
Right. Yeah, you're just gaining experience in something I don't care about, and then that's it. That was the only people who were in that combat. All right, cool. Well, with that, I'm going to end the episode there. Next episode, I think we'll do Musa's Musings plus the, plus the errand, and we'll see how long that takes. And we might do a grinding fight as well, just to push probably Marak, Rafa, Mustadio, and Clifton up. Maybe Alicia as well. I think actually, Beowulf, you have to stick down here, because I don't think you're going to have any story. So actually, yeah, so I think you just have to be here. Maybe we'll put you next to Race. But yeah, I don't think you're going to have any story whatsoever, so yeah, we'll leave you there. Also, I just realized it is a little odd to have Beowulf with Ramza being Beowulf, which was obviously made, I think, to sound like Beowulf. Which to me is odd. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.